it's Danielle and welcome to the Danielle Jean Show. Today, Janelle and I are going to be doing the roommate tag. This is going to be the last video I record ever in a college dorm room because we graduated at the end of the week, so yay! And we've been friends all throughout college and it's figured we'd end with the roommate tag. Alright, so question number 1. Did you know each other before you became roommates?
Yes.
Yes. We lived down the hall from each other freshman year. And our roommates became like best friends.
Yep.
And they became roommates.
And we became roommates.
Yeah. And
the next year.
Yep. So we kind of became friends with each other and then became roommates. And then last school year we weren't roommates. And then this year we were. So we've been roommates twice.
Yep.
Question 2. What were your first impressions of each other?
I just remember thinking of you as really nerdy.
Yeah.
Because you still do always wear the graphic tees and stuff, but like, you were also really nice, like.
Yeah. I just remember thinking that you were like super quiet and a little weird because you went to bed at like 10 o'clock every night religiously.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a little weird, but then when we started talking to each other, we realized how much we had in common, and that, yeah. But,
yeah. I distinctly remember you giving me a compliment on the Doctor Who pins I had on my backpack.
Yep.
I took those off because I lost 2 of them.
yeah, because you had all the doctors around.
Yeah, because my cousin gave them to me, but I distinctly remember you saying that you liked them, and that was before I really even, like, knew who you were.
Yeah.
So that's like probably like my first concrete memory of you.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. How long did it take to become friends, and were you friends before becoming roommates? So yeah, we were friends, and then I don't know, it probably took us about 5 or 6 months during freshman year to really kind of become friends.
Yeah, I know for me it's kind of somewhat more ingrained in my memory on like when I started becoming friends with people, because like during that first semester I really struggled because I felt so alone despite the fact that I was surrounded with
so many
people that like had the same interests in me, and it's like technically I'm not alone, but there wasn't anyone who I like really related to or who I could call a best friend, just like a lot of people that I got along with. And so it was really at the end of the first semester, like right before winter break, where we started to really click, and then it kind of happened second semester where the friendship really happened.
I think a lot of that had to do with like we have a group of guy friends that started meeting on Thursdays and Friday nights, and we all kind of found out that we liked the same cartoons and the same different things, and we started to just hang out more.
And then when we like finally connected and we started to become really good friends, it was like, yes.
Yeah.
It was like, it just...
Yeah, it was really nice because I felt the same way too. I wasn't making friends with anybody, and Hannah and I didn't talk a lot, and I know you and Callie talked, but you guys didn't talk a lot either.
Yeah.
And like I said, they became friends, and then it was just like, well, because you and I were both alone because they were off doing whatever.
Yeah, we were always the odd people out.
Yeah.
And so it kind of brought us together, and that's where like the friendship began.
What do we most commonly argue about? What we're gonna do?
Yeah,
it's never like we've argued about like what we should do or like who should take out the garbage. Yeah. But it's mostly what we should do, because especially when we have nothing to do, it's what movies should we watch, or where should we go, or where should we eat. It's
so hard to make a decision to like what to do together. Sometimes I feel like, especially like on nights when we feel like watching a movie but we don't know what, and it's like, you pick. No, you pick. I don't want to pick. And it's just like, it's nothing like really hard hitting friendship tear apart business. It's more of like, we're bored, now what?
Mostly it's like what to do or where to go. Question 5, what does your roommate do that bothers like the most bothers you? We both suck at cleaning.
Oh yeah, totally.
So it's just like each other's messes.
Yeah. I'm looking at my side of the room right now and I'm sorry.
It's just little things, nothing dire.
No.
What do your roommates think about YouTube?
I mean, we're both obsessed with it.
Yeah, and we both have, you've got channels, I've got channels. that was actually one of the things we kind of connected over, is the fact that we both occasionally would make videos. So it's nothing weird. So
yeah, I distinctly remember like freshman year when you started watching Dan and Phil, and I'm like, you watch Dan and Phil? Because like I had started watching them in high school, and I'm like, you haven't heard of Dan and Phil? And you started watching them, and I was so excited because like, it's Dan and Phil. And
yeah, and I started watching Olin Rogers because of you.
Yeah,
and like,
and she introduced me to Markiplier.
Yeah, it was,
and that like spawned into watching Jacksepticeye and Game Grumps.
So it's definitely a back and forth with YouTube. So we're okay with it. We're very okay with it. Who spends the longest getting ready in the morning? Me.
I think it's you. Well, right now I'm in that state where I just roll out of bed, throw clothes on, and kind of leave.
Yeah.
But then again, like, my hair is not really long enough to do anything with.
Yeah.
Like, if I had longer hair, I would definitely spend more time in the morning getting ready.
Yeah, it's usually me. If we go out somewhere, it's usually me, because I usually put a full face of makeup on, where you just put, like, lipstick or something on. Yeah, it's usually me. Mostly just because I have, longer hair.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's really just because of the hair.
Yeah.
So
that is true. All right. So we're on question 8. What is something you didn't notice about each other until you became roommates?
I don't really know.
It was nothing like, nothing profound, nothing weird.
No.
I mean, I noticed because I had to deal with it every morning how, especially the first time we lived with each other, sophomore year of school, you set your alarm like an hour and 15 minutes before you had to get up, and now, like, towards now, it was like 30 to, minutes or so it wasn't as bad. That was the only thing I really noticed.
I was so worried about not getting to class in the morning.
Yeah.
That's why my alarm was so early. But, yeah, I mean,
I think you didn't notice how much stuff I had.
That's probably it.
Because you've been to my house and I've been to your house, and like, you were like, oh, you have a lot of stuff here, and then I was like, no. When you went to my house, then it was like, yeah, I have a lot of stuff. Yeah. Because I've taken so much stuff home already, and it doesn't really look like I've taken a lot back, but I have. Number 9, do you ever get tired of seeing each other? Yeah, I mean, everybody does.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, friendships usually go through a thing where, like, you're as thick as thieves, and then some days you're like, barely want to talk to you. But, like, that's normal for any relationship. I don't really think that, like, we ever really, truly, like, ended up hating each other at a certain point.
No,
I mean, like,
we also can be in the same room, and not talk to each other for hours.
Oh, yeah. We're so comfortable with sharing the same space.
Yeah, and sharing, like, the silence or whatever.
Yeah.
And even if, like, we do get, like, tired of it, we can go out into, like, the living room or whatever, because that's been nice. Because I know sophomore year, well, if we got tired of each other, our options were to suffer in silence, or I would go hang out with our friends down the hall.
Yeah.
Question 10, how do you avoid tension while living together? I don't know, respecting each other's privacy, or when we're not, or when we're working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think between us, like, even though, like, we live with each other, we share the same space, we're still very respectful of each other's privacy and of each other's belongings and stuff like that, and we kind of know that there's, like, an unspoken boundary, and, like, to always ask whenever we want to cross it, or whatever.
But yeah, I think we're also really good too, where if we feel like things are getting tense, or you'll go somewhere, or I'll go somewhere by ourselves, and that's been great. Or I go with Kirsten somewhere. But it hasn't been terrible in that aspect. Then 11, do you have a roommate agreement or a set of rules? Yes, because we live in, as of this moment in time, we live in a dorm, so yes, we have a set of rules, but then we have a set of rules with our other roommate as well. But even if we weren't living in a dorm, I think we'd probably have some sort of rules or whatever, just to help with everything. And we've never had to go talk to anybody, we've never had to do any of that. So question 12, do you share a bathroom, and how do you deal with it? Yes, we share a bathroom. We only share a bathroom with the people in our room. It's not like we have a floor bathroom. So if we had a floor bathroom, I'd go nuts.
There's definitely, like, communication in, like, who gets to buy the toilet paper next and stuff like that.
But I've never had an issue with that in the 4 years of school. I've never had an issue with it. And we're just, usually if it's, especially if it's a shower, it's usually, hey, I'm taking a shower. Or whatever. Even though we don't talk to our other roommate very much. It's not usually an issue. Question 13. Have your roommates' friends become your friends? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're still friends with the people we lived with, you know, initially. I became really good friends with my roommate from junior year of college.
Yeah.
And then she kind of spilled over into our little friend group.
Yeah. I love hanging with Kirsten, too. Like, she's an awesome person.
But, we're friends with people we've lived with. You not so much, though, from last year, because those were all younger and they all transferred.
Yeah.
But... yeah. Question 14. Do you pregame or go to parties together? We're not big partiers, and
no.
And the one party we did go to, we were only there. We were like there before the party. We were there when the party started, but not when the people were there.
And then we were only there for like an hour
after
the party like actually started.
Yeah. So no, we're not big partiers. So not really. And if we do, it's more like social drinking. It's not party drinking. So
yeah. Question
15. Do you use your roommate's things without asking? The kitchen stuff, yeah. Because it's like, because we have a coffee pot, we share silverware.
She can access any of my plates. I borrow her pans or pots. So it's...
I mean, I borrow your makeup mirror all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like it's going anywhere.
Yeah. And it's like little things like that. It's like absolutely fine.
The TV.
Oh, yeah. That's mine. Yeah. And your movies. Yeah. Like, usually I end up watching her movies. But, because she basically owns all of the movies that I own.
Yeah, so but it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Question 16. What are your favorite things to do with each other? That is worded very poorly. I don't know, we watch movies together.
Yeah. It's really just like chilling.
Hanging out.
Yep.
Talking.
I love
going
it
shopping.
when we actually leave. We usually go shopping, and usually that's pretty fun.
Yeah, we go shopping, or we'll go out to dinner, or get coffee, or...
Yeah.
Well, I also think we're lucky, too, because we live in Milwaukee, so, like, we've got the opportunity to go to 3 different malls, and there's the little districts in town where we've gone to, like, you know, Brady and Farwell. We go down there sometimes, and we'll just... or Downer Avenue, or we'll go down to Wauwatosa to Mayfair, or to Whitefish Bay to go to Bayshore. So it's just usually when we plan a day to go out and go shopping. Question 17. Do you cook together or separately? Separately. We've done a couple occasions where we've made like food, but that was early on in the semester, but then it was like we have to clean everything and buy everything. So mostly separately.
It's one of those things where we do have a grocery store down the street, but it's down the street, so you have to carry everything back.
Yeah.
So basically you can only buy what you can carry.
Question 18. Have you met your roommate's family or been to their home?
Yes.
We met each other's families like in the dorms, like when we moved in and moved out type of thing. And then I've been to your house because I was in the northern part of Wisconsin. I was literally an hour away, so it was like, why not? You've been to my house several times over the last few years because I'm 2 hours away from here.
Yeah. So I've been to our house for Easter twice, and when we went to go see Dan and Phil here in Milwaukee, I drove down and I stayed with them for 2 nights.
Yep.
So it was kind of kind of like a halfway house for me.
Yeah, basically. What is the best memory you have with your roommate? One of my favorite memories is when we moved in to the dorm at the end of the hall sophomore year.
Yeah.
Because we were like all of the space, but then 3 months later, once it got cold, we hated the room so much because we had 3 windows. We were on the edge of the building,
the corner of the building,
and the wind just cut right through the entire room. So we constantly were wearing sweaters and like
so cold
hats in our room all the time because it was freezing. But then you walked out, you know, into our tiny common space or the bathroom, and it was normal temperature. Or I really also liked. The circumstances were not the best, but when I came back home one weekend and you and me had to shoot my entire like legitimate film project in the study room. Because no one would help me.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna have to help me put the film in the camera, set up the lights, and act in this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure freshman year was kind of great. I really loved and missed the group, the weekly group that we got together and hung out.
Yeah, Dan and Phil was so much fun.
Yeah,
because that was something we did together.
Yeah, I really loved surprising you, like 2 days before your birthday.
Oh, yeah, I was sick and you guys surprised me. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
I really wish I wasn't sick.
Yeah,
I was in the doctor's for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and this past fall with Sarah and
Sarah,
Kirsten.
yeah. Because I was bummed because, like, I don't remember what was going on, but I wasn't going to be able to go home.
Yeah, she wasn't really going to be able to celebrate her birthday, so... And her birthday was on a Sunday, so that Friday before, I basically just invited her 2 old roommates to come over and hang out.
Yeah.
And I surprised her that way.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Flipping off Mike. That is top 5.
Yes!
That is like top 5. Flipping off Mike. We cannot forget that.
Oh, that was so great. Do I need to tell the story?
I feel like that has to be the next time we see each other, that has to be a thing.
Yeah. But flipping off Mike's story.
Flipping off Mike's story. Because, yeah, that was a good time. Our friend Mike, love him to pieces, but he's sometimes the world's biggest idiot.
Yeah.
That was probably like the highlight of freshman year. Okay, so the last question is, question 20 is, has being roommates affected your relationship? Yeah. I mean, like, I would say positive, mostly positive. Mm-hmm. You know, the negative things, you know, don't even show up most of the time when I think about us as friends.
Oh yeah, like I never think of the negative things when I think of our friendship. I mean, obviously we both have our own quirks and stuff like that, but like,
yeah. I don't know. You're so much more. I think you're so much more open now because of having me as a friend. Because A, I don't shut up, and B, I have no filter.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of learning that, like,
I have evolved during college.
Yeah, and you're slowly like, you know, you can just tell me stuff. Like, you know, don't worry about having, you know, because I'm not gonna ask you.
Yeah. You totally brought me out of my shell.
Yeah.
Especially over the past 4 years. And like,
I think you're also a little more relaxed about like you became more relaxed about your attitude towards schoolwork too, because
yeah,
it was one of those things where it's like, it's college, your employer does not care what grade you got in geology type of thing. So yeah, it's been mostly positive. I think the only thing I was really bummed about was last year, the whole kerfuffle with trying to live with each other, and it didn't work out, and then, you know,
I mean, that had its downsides, but yeah, I think we also like benefited from it.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have known Kirsten at all.
Yeah, and I got a chance to like try to be somewhat more independent.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I wasn't before, but like, I you know, like when you have a single room and you're by yourself, like you start to learn about yourself a bit.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you have no one who's like, hey, when's that paper due from that class that you're in, and you've got no one to like remind you or edge you on for anything.
I noticed like the weekends like would start to slowly drive me crazy because I had no one to talk to.
Yeah,
at least not face to face, because like we would message each other all the time, but like, I ended up going over and visiting you like every single Friday.
Or you'd Skype me.
Yeah, because basically like I had no one to talk to.
Yeah.
I was sharing a suite with all these underclassmen, and
yeah,
it wasn't horrible, but like,
yeah,
you know. But I definitely think it's one of those things when they're like, when they say when you're looking for a roommate to never do it with your best friend. And I knew when I asked her freshman year if she wanted to be roommates the next year that there was a chance that things could go wrong.
Yeah.
But we got along so well that I was like, we'll just take that chance. And I think we're one of the rare instances where it actually really paid off.
Yeah, I also think because we weren't super, super close, that helped, because you and I just got to learn so much about each other. And I think that's why sophomore year was kind of a learning experience.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know a lot about each other. We didn't know a lot about each other's, like, personal habits in, like, a closed environment.
Yeah. I mean, we were definitely friends before that,
Yeah.
but, like, you really start to learn another person's quirks and stuff like that when you
Yeah.
just share the same space.
Yeah, for, 9 months at a crack.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, being roommates has been really fun.
Yeah. I would totally be your roommate again.
Yes.
So if we ever end up in the same city,
bring your
with a
happy
job.
ass back here.
We'll see what happens this fall.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Because I plan on coming back to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
At least temporarily.
Yeah.
That's the idea that's in the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you, Janelle, for being my roommate and my friend for the past 4 years. It's been fun.
It's been a ride.
Yeah. It's been real.
I'll never see you again. Good riddance.
Make sure you check out both my channels, Danielle Bowser and The Danielle Jean Show. I post videos every week on one of the other channels. Also check out my social media. It's down in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye!